wrong with it. With Sherlock Holmes and low skilled player going back and forth on whether or not they're gonna play it, or if Sherlock's gonna play it, or if low skilled's gonna play it. But we do have or two more bans coming out beside Area 77, and they are giving this one thought at least. So we'll have to see in a couple more seconds what they do elect to ban for their first ban. Will it be a Mobazane? It will be a Mobazane ban. We're gonna go ahead and ban out that Roger Rex.
Yeah, definitely taking out that Roger. I'm wondering if BTK is going to answer with possibly a Matilda ban, something along those lines. I don't really think BTK is too worried about the enemy junglers right now. You know, we might see something like Natan, but I don't think that's what they're worried about. You know, I think BTK is pretty comfortable. We saw them get completely outdrafted in a game previously and still destroy. So, and also, again, this is just the first game of many to come. I think these bans could possibly swap around a lot. You know, they could probably change a lot depending on how this first game goes, and then how the second game goes, and then how the third game goes. There's that Phoveus, though, that we've been talking about.
Oh, there we go.
So what does Merciless pick here? What do you think? I'm thinking Matilda, Natan.
We'll have to see. You know, Area 77 really hasn't been electing to pick that Matilda. Maybe they do go with the Natan because in so of picking Natan, they take it away from Mobazane, who has such a strong pull with it. But even if they pick the Natan out, it leaves Granger open for Mobazane, which we know that he loves to play. That Phoveus ban also, you know, can open up some dashing heroes, so they're probably thinking about that, and that's exactly what they do because they're gonna elect to. They're hovering at least the Esmeralda, which would leave Natan open for the side of Mobazane. We have 7 seconds before, you know, it's official, but if they do this, I think we're gonna have Mobazane immediately select this Natan. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but also, you know, what that Esmeralda does, we saw last time when you first pick it, it prohibits the other team from playing Matilda well because she's going to eat up those shields. So you're not only picking a really good side laner, but you are taking away a pick from the enemy team. So I do think it's a good pick. BTK, Hoi, immediately responding with this Lilia, though, and we've seen how good Lilia does against Esmeralda. They do Shark. Big Brother Stark still deciding to lock in this Matilda. I'm wondering how Alberto's going to answer here. Will we see our first YSS of the tournament?
We're gonna have to find out in just a second. He is hovering it, and you know it's not like it's a bad pick. It's just not common. Like Lo Yi, we saw Lo Yi hadn't been picked this entire tournament, and what does she do? Unfortunately, she can't take it home, but she brought the MVP for her team, and it was a fantastic counter to Lilia. You know, we do have Shark electing to pick that Matilda, but this go around, whenever we've seen a Matilda into an Esmeralda, they've been electing to pick the Aegis, so she won't pick it this time. And I would love to see the Natan lock. There we go, because that's just something that Mobazane loves to play. I'm surprised they didn't pick it earlier, but I guess maybe they wanted to take out Matilda off the board, because if you get Matilda and Esme on the same side, it's going to be, you know, a really bad time for the team. And there we go. I knew it. If Area 77 picked that Natan, we were going to see Mobazane hover this Granger. He probably locks it in. We do have an Alice from the side of Area 77, so they have some really strong front line, but it's going to be pure magic damage over on the side of Area 77.
Yeah, definitely pure magic damage. I mean, Alberto will, right now, with the conversion of magic to physical damage on that Natan, definitely going to be there. But, you know, Merciless, they have their off lanes secured. You know, they have low skill player, Merciless, both amazing offlaners. They have that down. What they're going to be looking for now is what are they going to pick for their tank? What are they going to pick for their mage? Sherlock Holmes losing that Lilia pick. Now we know Pharsa's still open right now. We know Chang is still open. We know there are a couple other mages still here. And I feel like that's what they're going to be focusing on, taking out these mages and these tanks. We'll probably see a ban from each, possibly Yve here, possibly Pharsa. I'm wondering what's going to happen.
I'd be interested to see BTK aiming for a ban over Untopal. Obviously a fantastic ban, but a controversial one that I kind of want them to pick just to say I told you so would be Hayabusa, because look at the magic damage on the side of Area 77. They locked this mage. They are almost pure magic damage. Hayabusa could work here, especially against the Granger, but we'll have to find out after the bans take place. Looks like both sides are electing to ban these tankier heroes. We have Popol getting banned. Ruby would have been played in the off lane. They don't want to play the Esme or the Alice into it. The lifesteal is just ungodly from her. So it looks like they might be focusing on banning out banning out these off lanes and focusing that. BTK, we know they like to focus a specific player in these last 2 bans, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see another tank ban here potentially. And I would love to say meta bans, but there just can't be meta bans here because they really apply the pressure. You know, when Nicolette was going up against BTK, they banned a bunch of mages and she was forced to play Hayabusa. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take a wacky ban here and go Cho or maybe Jawhead or Kufra. We could definitely see it happen. 2 seconds. What are they going to elect to ban?
Oh,
and they banned
the Cho. They banned the Cho, Rex.
You know, and what I can see here, you know, we've seen, I'm really wondering if Fried Chicken's going to lock in this Baratz pick that he's been picking recently. And I'm wondering if A77 is going to decide to take out another offlaner here. You know, and I've really liked seeing Fried Chicken play this Baratz. They're gonna pick Lapu, and I got a feeling that's what this Fried Chicken's gonna lock in. I don't know what card he's gonna go with. Definitely another offlaner, but with Lapu and Ruby both out, you know, no Alice, no Esmeralda, we might see a Harith. That's a lot of magic damage on the side of BTK. I don't know if that's the pick they want to do here.
What they elect to pick, and it kind of feels it feels crazy that Merciless's team is gonna ban out that Lapu, but he's already secured his hero for the match, so it just makes sense. And I love that both teams took those last 2 bans to focus on each other. They are focused on a single laner. You know, we have Ares77 electing to ban out 2 side laners, and we have BTK electing to ban out 2 tanks. And we have a Ballman covered. This would be very interesting if it does get locked in. But it does make sense because they are lacking that attack damage. We could see a Pharsa, and you know, who's really jumping on the backline besides Matilda? But she has to get there right now at this very moment. Baratz was locked over on the side of BTK, so that's going to give them that solid frontline that they were looking for. Okay, Jawhead being covered is a lot more realistic than the Ballman, you know, and we do have him locked in. It would have been crazy, you know, just like the Cho, but they do end up electing to select that Jawhead, and we do have some crazy tanks still open. We have that Kufra tank over on the side of BTK. We'll have to see what they want to take, but we have Ares77 with 5 seconds left, thinking, should we elect to take this Pharsa? They are going to take the Pharsa, and they're going to run her Purify, which is interesting, because I think they're just scared, just in case, you know, Baratz closes in on her. Oh, no, they're going to switch back to that Flicker.
Baratz or Shark, you know, right now, Cardi needing to lock in an off lane here. And there aren't many choices. There aren't. You know, you have Shark's going to be running tank. Hugh, they have their core selected. Fried Chicken locking in that typical Baratz. And you know, what does he have right now to pick? You know, there's not much. Maybe we will see the Harith. Harith would do a good job at trying to get in on Sherlock Holmes onto that Pharsa. But right now, A77 looking like a very strong front line. Okay. Is the Saber, maybe we will see an assassin offlane here, but I don't know if that's going to be used on. Good pick. Good pick. Definitely going to be able to get in to that back line like what you've been talking about, and could definitely cause some, you know, that could be a pick right there that heavily counters what Area 77's trying to do here.
You know, I like the Yu Zhong coming in because it will give them that damaging front line. You know, you have Cardi on that Baratz to sustain, but then you'll have Chicken pop his ultimate with his insane mobility to run around the map with that ultimate and find some picks. So Yu Zhong does feel like an icing on the cake for BTK's draft, but Area 77, I can't complain about their draft either. They had a fantastic draft, and we're just going to have to wait and see, you know, who really is going to take it home, because this is a 50-50 draft, I'm going to have to say, Rex.
Honestly, I personally feel like Area 77 won the draft a little bit, but I mean, we saw a couple more comfy picks on the side of BTK, but these are all good picks either way. Like, they're all comfy with amazing heroes. So we did see a quick swap. Cardi taking the Baratz instead of Fried Chicken. Mobazane still in that Granger. Shark, of course, playing the amazing Matilda that we always see him do. I think Area 77, with that Jawhead, we normally would see them play aggressive, but this is the first game. I would like to say that we might see some slow play here, but BTK does not want to slow down. Look at this Matilda right now.
I mean, this is just the way that BTK plays. Area 77 even understands that. That's why they elected to keep the Jawhead towards the Natan, because they know Matilda wants to burst him down and delay his farm if she can at all. We do have Granger gonna go ahead and secure that Litho Wander for the side of BTK, so that it's just a small win, but this is a game of inches here against Area 77 and BTK. So Area 77 is keeping that tank close. They don't want to make any mistakes. Each team or each player on the side of Area 77 playing extremely reserved. However, Alice getting a little aggressive here because she does have Jawhead lurking in the bushes, and Alberto coming up as well. But Hoy and Shark smelled something coming up because they're gonna go phase check this bush real quick. They know something's going on. Things are missing. But look at the information call from both teams. Neither team wants to make the mistake. Both teams are being reactionary, and this is just this high-level gameplay that we were all waiting to see. This is the best out of 5, the first game, and just the respect that both teams are giving to each other, because neither team wants to be the first to make a mistake is insane.
And in this early game, information is such an important thing. And in past games of both of these teams, I have recognized both of these tanks so much. Shark on the side, this could be it.
No, you have BTK bursting that Jawhead down a little bit, but he is able to escape. However, we do have that turtle coming up, so that might start giving BTK some ideas to get this started, and we'll have to see if the Natan's able to respond. I think Area 7 is going to elect to let this one go. That is correct, because Granger has secured the turtle. We can see Alice didn't have time to rotate in that top side, so that is a small win for BTK. Alice trying to trade out any gold she can on the top, but she just doesn't have that tower push. And that's that game of inches that we're looking for. Jawhead just throwing Alberto a little bit towards his next jungle creep, because they're trying to get the farm as fast as possible. That is a true game of inches. That is a game of seconds right there, Rex.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, things like that. You see moves like that, and you're just like, wait, why? Oh, that's why he threw in. Like, that's a genius move, And like I was saying, man, both of these tanks do such a great job at, the patience. And I've talked about the importance of patience for a tank and being able to sit in bushes, wait, give information to your own team. And again, this is one of the first games of this whole tournament. We are 3 minutes in and not a single first blood. I think Area 77 made a great call there, not challenging that turtle. They knew that Lupin just took some burst damage, but we might see something here.
Definitely something's gonna come down here, because we have Matilda jumping onto that Natan. Natan's going down extremely low, but Barca quick to respond with an ultimate and bursting down Shark extremely low as well. So neither team has found the pick yet, but that is going to be a tiny win for Area 77, because they have a stronger priority on this top side. That Mobazane wants to push in. They're going to clear the minions nice and quickly here and start to shove this in. Alice might just have to give this up, because Barca is going to try to rotate as fast as he can. Low skill player, his health bar is getting down to that half mark because Granger's doing the damage. They will elect to back away, and Area 77 holds on to that tower.
Yeah, and you know what happened there, right? So at that moment, BTK's pushing, but because they weren't able to capitalize, you have Natan jungling through his whole jungle, making it to this bot lane, in Area 77, because of that couple seconds of Mobazane being too long in that top lane, has now taken a 200 gold lead. And though it's not a lot, we keep talking about this game of inches, about this game of seconds, In this early game where there's no kills, those small gold leads make huge differences in these team fights.
Make a huge difference here, because Granger is able to secure the turtle, but BTK, it looks like they're running on the backline. Cardi might be going down here. That's a first blood for Area 77 in this tournament. We do have BTK going down first. Actually, Yuzhong popping his ultimate to try to go in and respond just a little bit. It is not going to be able to. So a small win for Area 77. However, Granger was able to take that turtle.
Yeah, I would, honestly, these teams right now, and I've been giving praise to both. One thing I can praise Area 77 on, and I praise them about it in their past matches, is their ability to go in and go out. And they're doing it so well this game. Their communication right now, but this is bad for Barca.
Did not see 3 of BTK members hiding in that bush and securing the kill onto her. We do have Esmeralda popping that immobilize onto the Lilia, but it will not be enough. She will be able to clear that mid wave as I say that, so I'm going to eat my words a little bit. But look at the pressure, because we do have Cardi going down extremely low here. Bratz is going to die, but we did have Yuzhong popping out that doing damage to that bottom tower. So we are going to see a tower trade, but it will be a pick for the side of Area 77. And just the response from these teams is insane. We have Natan finding a pick top. So we have Chicken trying to find that tower bottom, but they're going to find a little bit more because Merc is going down extremely low, and that Yuzhong passive does not let him get out there. He is going to go down. So there we go. That's another 1-for-1 tower trade at the end of it all.
They close in though right here. BTK looking like they're in a little bit of a pincer.
Like they are in a pincer because you have Area 77 lurking in the bushes here, but they are successfully going to be able to disengage. They understand on the side of Area 77 that Mercy was not up yet, so they are going to elect to back off that team fight. They don't want to take a 5v4, at least not yet, until they have a little bit more items in. And we are going to have a little bit of a lane swap here, actually. Now it looks like Esmeralda's going to be electing this, to go against this Barats here.
Definitely not a bad play. You know, what I love to see in that bottom part, before we get to that,
You have Alice getting caught out of here, trying to bubble away, and that's probably going to secure the turtle for BTK. And unfortunately, this is what happens when these towers go down early. There's going to be overextension that you have to make. Alice has to push that late wave in so they can try to jump onto this turtle. But unfortunately, BTK knew that, so they were waiting in the bushes, lurking, and securing the kill onto her as well as the turtle.
you know, but Area 77 doing such a great job right now at trading material. You know, earlier we saw when all BTK was in that bot lane, they traded tier 3 towers, and then when BTK was taking Area 77's red buff, you know, you have Area 77 taking their red buff, and now, even though BTK secures that turtle, Area 77 able to do a lot of damage onto that mid-tier tower. We are starting to see some items come in, though. You know, Matilda getting that Dominance Icing, going to be very helpful against that Alice and against that Esmeralda, getting some anti-lifesteal in here. Natan, though, and Mobazane both gaining some material, too, but you know, Mobazane just locked in his breastplate, whereas Alberto's still working on his second item. So it looks like Mobazane's a little ahead in gold right now.
Yeah, and it looks like BTK is going to initiate this team fight. We do have a double kill for the side of Yuzhong, and they're not going to stop there because it's going to be a triple kill. So Lilia taking on to the Alice. Triple kill now onto Esmeralda. That's a 4-for-1 trade inside of BTK. Holmes is trying to find anything he can by popping that ultimate into the backline, but he's not going to be able to secure anything onto BTK. Their health bars are going to be extremely low, but that is an absolute win, and this is a significant gold lead now for the side of BTK. 3,000 gold ahead, make it almost 4,000 after securing that tower in 30 seconds until the next turtle.
Fried Chicken just playing an amazing game right now. He's 5-0, and we talked about, before that Yuzhong was picked, we talked about how are they going to get to that back line? How are they going to pick apart the team of Area 77? And though we thought there was no heroes for Fried Chicken to really play, they bring in this Yuzhong, and he's doing his job to the book.
It does look like Area 77 wants to make a response of their own, but is going to humble themselves really quickly, understanding they don't want to take a full team fight here because they are down 4,000 gold. Mercy lurking in the bushes a little bit, but you know who has a fantastic game sense? BTK, because they're popping the ultimate, diving under the tower, double stun up. Barats is soaking that tower damage, and bye-bye Mercy, says Shark Party and Mobazane, and as well as this tower. BTK taking a significant gold lead now.
Yeah, BTK has definitely turned this game into their favor. It was very even at first. Area 77 still trying to keep up and trade objectives. I like that that's the plays they're trying to make here, but is it going to be enough?
Weird thing that's going down right now. We do have Chicken with the
lifesteal.
passive, able to kill the Taunt, and his health is all the way up. Now Area 77 running away, but the whole point of Chicken, he was sacrificing his life because we had Granger taking the Lord of the top side. Chicken is still not down. He might find another pick. He's not going to be able to. He's going to be unsuccessful. But that was the whole goal of BTK. They were sending Chicken as a pawn sacrifice to go die in the bot side while they secured the Lord. But they secured so much more. And look at the scoop up from Hardy onto Merciless again. Mercy going down. That is a 2-for-0 trade on the side of BTK and a Lord for the first time in this best of 5, knocking at Area 77's face.
You know, and we still have not seen a kill yet onto Mobazane. You know, in so many games we see, they're just not able to get to him, and that's what they need to do. They need to take out that jungle because his damage is there right now, and he's already got the defensive item in. It's going to be hard to take him out. You know, Area 77 in a very bad spot right now. That sacrifice coming in from Fried Chicken allowed them to do so much damage, and now Lord's up. This looks rough for Area 77 in the first game.
Siege up for Area 77, and we're gonna have to see what they can elect to do. That Lord does go down extremely early, but you know, they're not even looking to take these towers. They want to look for some picks. BTK is extremely hungry, finding some damage onto Area 77. Not gonna be able to find anything, but Alice jumping into the backline, finding a pick for own. Matilla's completely down, and Alice uses the press to stay alive just a little bit longer. Is gonna be able to get away, but Alice is gonna be able to and there's a 2-find for the side of BTK. Jawhead trying to do a little bit of throw, but not gonna be able to find anything else. Double kill for the side of BTK. Minions crashing at their face. Alberto time to face up. Clear these minions if you want to stay in this game 1, because Mobazane is extremely hungry here. Look at the level lead. 3 levels on the side of Mobazane compared to Alberto's Natan. And BTK does not want to stop the advancements. They understand 5 more seconds is their time slot to end this. We do have a cannon that is smacking against the base. It will not be enough, but it looks like it's going to be an extended team fight because Area 77 is back, looking to try to find anything they can. We do have Jawhead going extremely aggressive. Far to find that ultimate onto Mobazane. Mobazane was 1 health, but it will be a disengage.
I mean, that was at that point, BTK needs to get out of there. If they would have stayed any longer, it could have been very, very bad. The rest of the team is up. They were at base, but we are starting to see a couple more items come in. Merciless just locking in that dominance ice of his own. So now they do have some counter to go up against this Yuzong because he is tearing them up. You know, I feel like Pharsa probably should have locked in Necklace of Durance a little bit earlier in this game. She went for the burst damage instead, trying to get that Genius one. I don't know if that was the right play, you know, because right now, Fried Chicken is just demolishing them. That knock-up in the bottom lane there, I mean, and they can't do anything to him. He procs his passive and just completely sustains. We have more anti-lifesteal coming in from the side of Area 77, completely respecting the Yuzong.
Absolutely, and you know, you could just see all the members of Area 77 starting to build into their lifesteal or their anti-lifesteal here, because we have that Necklace of Durance about to be completed by from Pharsa, and we have Dominance Ice from Mercy. Mercy just trying to build tanks. He's just getting first down in this game. BTK looking to first down with Natan here. Natan at 1 health is barely gonna be able to get away, but they are jumping on the Vader. Vader gets thrown into the backline. Mobazane at 1 health. Mobazane going down because Pharsa able to capitalize on it. Nobody down from that Area 77, but Chicken pushing forward with the aggression is able to capitalize on that Pharsa. Jawhead getting down extremely low. Not gonna be able to get found yet, but look at Chicken getting thrown into the tower of Area 77 with the tankiness. That's more than enough to keep him alive. And there we go, we have a 3-for-3 trade. This team fight couldn't have gotten any more even for these teams. Area 77 holding on. Mercy getting chased down. Will probably eventually be going down here in the short, really soon.
And this is going to be rough for Mercy. He needs to get out. Hoy closing in on him, but right there. Oh!
We do have Cardi popping that ultimate and securing onto Esmeralda, so this might proc the Lord, you know. But I mean, Rex, 5,000 gold lead. It's starting to close in smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it is closing smaller and smaller. Not only that, but we are at 13 minutes now. You know, if Area 77 can last this out, I think that's the goal right now. Last this out. Yes, you are way behind. All your inhibitor turrets are down, and if you don't, this Lord could be the end for them. But if they can maybe just survive this one push, they do have a chance in the end game. Natan, from we saw on what that last game, he was doing some damage. You know, we see all of that sustain starting to come in from the Esmeralda and starting to come in for the Alice if they can just last this final Lord push.
Gonna all get down or go down right now, because that charged Lord is going to be crashing mid lane sooner than we can all imagine. 7,000 gold lead will be the lead for BTK in this final team fight, and you know they're ready to make the plays. They've been initiating everything, and here we go, because Chicken's popping the ultimate, trying to get into the back line to deny any Pharsa ultimate. Look, Pharsa just completely pushed out of the team fight. Alice having to pop his press early, try and take out anything as he can. We still have an immortality pop on the side of Natan. Natan going down extremely low, but the first to fall is BTK. Chicken is going down, but Esmeralda soon follow after. Natan going down as well, and Alice as well. So this is going to be 2 falling down, making a triple for this for Jawhead. The base and Nexus is going down extremely low here. They do have a cannon popping. Shark is finding even more Maniac for the side of Mobazane, going down extremely low, and BTK takes game 1 of this best of 5 in the finals.
Man, you know, even what a game that was. The back and forth. It was an amazing first game. Both teams definitely showed up, man. And I don't think Area 77 is counted out. But real quick, man. Chicken on the side of BTK. I mean, yes, Mobazane did a great job in the end game, ended up with 717, but through that whole game, Chicken was definitely carrying, man. Did a